and the Columbus Catholic Dons here tonight. The Dons, first game of the season again, as mentioned. Nekoosa coming off a 76-51 win at home against Montello. In their first game of the season. Again, Nekoosa 1-0 on the season. The Papermakers, coached by Josh Colo, 76-51 win at home against Montello. And for the Columbus Dons, they are coming off a season last year in which they went 19-8 overall, lost to Newman Catholic in the regional final to end their season, as Newman Catholic would go on to win the state championship last year. So not a bad team to lose to there. As the Columbus Catholic finished second in the conference last year behind Colby, and Columbus, I think, likely the favorites to win the Clover Belt this year, at least if you ask me. We'll have Columbus Don basketball for you live on Zaleski Sports all year. We're just about set to get underway. Nekoosa starters: Fran Vega, Nash Kirchmar, Eric White Eagle, Anders Kolar, Gray Gersmel. And starters for the Columbus Dons: Emmett Konieczny, Lucas Kreklau, Charlie Moore, Blake Jacoby, and Cy Becker. Kreklau to jump and loses the tip to Anders Kolar. And here come the Papermakers. Looks like Columbus in a 2-3 zone to start things off. Left wing three is up and no good from Kirchmar. Rebounded by the Dons. Here comes Charlie Moore the other way. Moore into the baseline. Nekoosa in man-to-man. Pass top of the key. Moore, not the guy you want to leave open from three. Short that time. Rebound. And we got a jump ball. Charlie Moore, a lights-out three-point shooter for this Columbus team, and he got a good look at it there. And that's one, if he continues to get open for the remainder of this game, he's going to hit a lot of those. As Cy Becker got in there for the jump ball for the Columbus Dons. Moore to inbound it. And got to get it in. Finds his man in the corner, and the three is good from Emmett Konieczny. Konieczny from downtown, and the Dons take a quick 3-0 lead. Here come the Papermakers. Thought about the three. That's a travel, and they call it. Nash Kirchmar travels in the corner. The first turnover of the game. Either side, and now Nekoosa going to apply some ball pressure here. And with this being the first game of the season for the Dons, second for Nekoosa, it can sometimes be tough to deal with that full court pressure, especially in that first game of the year, as going to the line here for two shots is going to be Blake Jacoby. I believe they got Kirchmar on the foul that time. His first personal. First team. Jacoby short on the free throw. Again, first game of the year for the Dons, and a lot of times you see stuff like that first couple of games, trying to get your legs underneath you. Conditioning can be a problem to start the season for any team, and you can see that, the effect of that in free throw shooting. And these two teams are going to test each other to start off because they're both going with some full court pressure right off the bat. Nice pass from Kirchmar. Count it, and one for Anders Kolar. Kolar scores the first points of the night for the Papermakers. And he goes to the line for one more. Free throw good, and the and one converted by Anders Kolar. 4-3. Your score. The Papermakers applying the pressure again. Konieczny gets behind and to the rim. Layup up and good for Emmett Konieczny. He's got a quick 5 points tonight for the Dons. Does the senior Emmett Konieczny. Shot up, blocked at the rim. That was Cy Becker blocking Fran Vega's shot. Moore, left wing, swings to the corner. It's Konieczny. Back top of the key to Jacoby. Back to Konieczny. He wants another three from the corner. It's short. Papermakers with a bit of a transition opportunity here, and they find the cutting post player for two. That is Fran Vega for 2 points on the assist from Kirchmar. And the Papermakers down by just one here. Konechny with the ball. He's 2 for 3. Moore thought about the 3. Goes with the little runner instead and scores it. Charlie Moore for 2. Again, this Dons team, a good amount of returning players here this year. A lot of seniors. Krecklau a senior. Moore a senior. Konechny a senior. That's going to go out of bounds. And a turnover for the Papermakers. Their second of the night. And this Dons team with as many returning high-quality players as they have, with expectations through the roof here this year. Again, this Dons program usually with used to high expectations under head coach Joe Konechny. Corner 3, going to be too strong, in and out. On the corner 3 from Blake Jacoby. He's now 0 for 1 from the field, 1 for 2 from the free throw line, and we got a travel call. And did they get Kirchmar again? No, I think they got Eric White Eagle that time on the travel. Third turnover of the night for the Papermakers. Moore to inbound here, finds Jacoby. And Blake going to take it himself. Now double teamed as it poked away. Got to find his teammate, and we're going to have a timeout from the Dons. Coach Konechny calls timeout rather than turning the ball over there. And Dons call timeout. We'll take a quick 30-second break. Be back after this on Zaleski Sports.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken has been voted best pizza in Marshfield 15 years in a row. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken is ready for your call now at 715-384-8118. Choose Drunken Chicken, BLT, Western, Mac and Cheese, Sweet Chili Chicken, and more. Plus, Scotty's has roasted chicken, fish, sandwiches, salads, and desserts. Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, 715-384-8118 and Scotty'sPizza.com.
Scotty's Pizza and Chicken, how can I help you?
Welcome back, everybody, as the Dons come out of the timeout. Konechny brings it up and gets it ahead to Jacoby here. Nekoosa looks like they've dropped back into a 2-3 zone now. I know, may have misspoken there. Looks like a 2-3 zone to me. That's going to go out of bounds. Turnover for the Dons, their first of the night. And that's another thing that is a little bit more common early on in the season, too. Teams coming out playing zone defense. Again, I think just conditioning can be a problem. Oh, nice quick touch pass there, but going to go out of bounds. There's a good idea there on the pass. On the pass that time from Brett Best, the senior. Kirchmar. Kicking to the corner to Best. Best outside to Kirchmar once again. Now into the game, Gray Gersmel drives inside, has his shot blocked by Krecklau. Krecklau with his first block of the night. Cy Becker drives, mid-range jump shot, too strong off back iron. Becker no good. Here come the Papermakers the other way. Kirchmar into the corner. Skip pass left wing. Now short corner jump shot is up and too strong from Fran Vega. He's got 2 points tonight. Misses that one. Konechny the other way. Finds his teammate. Back out to the three-point line. Good ball movement here from the Dons. And the 3 is good. Blake Jacoby with the 3. He's got 4 points here in the first half. And again, that is what you're used to seeing from the Columbus Dons. Great ball movement. And again, that has been consistent with this Dons team, as there's going to be an and one for Gray Gersmel. Gersmel with the and one. And it looks like they got Lucas Krecklau on the foul. His first personal, team second. Moore and Becker come out. Again, as I was saying with this Columbus team, that you saw about 5 passes to get that 3-point jump shot from Jacoby, and that's what this Dons team does. They push the tempo, they move the ball incredibly well, and they've always done that that has been a consistent trait of this Columbus Dons team under head coach Joe Konechny. And again, usually a sign of a well-coached team when they move the ball that well. Konechny misses the 3 that time. 2 for 4 from the field is Emma Konechny. He's got 5 points. Corner 3 here from Best. Best is short on it. And here come the Dons the other way. It's Konechny. The Dons lead it 11-7 here. The Papermakers keeping it close early. Jacoby wants the three, and Blake Jacoby has got it. He's 2 for 3 from three tonight. 7 points, back-to-back possessions with threes for Blake Jacoby. She's a short corner jump shot, no good from Vega. And Columbus pushing the other way, layup up and good. Nathan Nemitz for 2, and Coach Colo wants a timeout for the Papermakers. The Dons lead it 16-7. We'll take another quick break. Back with more Cranberry Classic basketball after this on Zaleski Sports.
At the Granite Shop, we take great pride in what we do. We offer high-quality natural stone granite as well as a huge selection of man-made stone. With full slabs as well as a variety of partial remnants, you'll have no problem finding the stone that was meant for you. Our high-end, high-quality granite, quartz, and marble is perfect for any kitchen, bathroom, or remodel need. We are locally owned and operated on County Road C near Stratford. We service all of Wisconsin.
Welcome back, everybody. Columbus leads Nekoosa 16-7 here in this one. The Dons putting together a little bit of a run here. 8-0 right now over the Papermakers. Yeah, when the Dons can move the ball, push the tempo, as that's going to be a nice mid-range jumper from Nash Kirchmar. Just kind of in transition there. No pass, just says, I'm going to pull up and take this on the run, and he knocks it down. Skip pass, Nemitz. Finds Konechny top of the key. Pump fakes. Back out to Nemitz. Nemitz, the pass inside. Shot up and no good. But again, that one missed by Cole Hilgeman into the game. But again, that was a great shot to get on a possession and some more great ball movement from the Columbus Dons. And again, that's something you could probably say every single game all year long with this Dons team, and we'll have it live for you on Zaleski Sports all year. Here comes Jacoby with the Euro step and the finish. Blake Jacoby. The Euro step finish, and he has got 9 early points, leads all scorers. Turnover for Nekoosa, and there is a tough pass there from Konechny. Just kind of got it, his legs caught underneath him there and had to make the pass, and a turnover there. Nekoosa ball, Kirchmar into the corner. Pass inside, going to be stolen away by Nemitz. The Dons going to push the pace again. Konechny steps back outside. Takes a kind of a light screen there, spins inside. Now the pass into his big man, and foul. 2 shots coming up for Cole Hilgeman. And a great pass there by Emmett Konechny. It looks like they got Fran Vega on the foul. His first personal, team second, as Cole Hilgeman goes to the line for 2. No good on the shot. Again, we've got Cranberry Classic Tournament basketball live for you all weekend here on Zaleski Sports. Had the 2 girls games earlier today. Assumption with a win, WIAA Fremont with a win earlier today. Boys games tonight. Columbus will play Assumption tomorrow, and that should be a good game. But Columbus, Nekoosa here in this one. Runner, no good, short from Brett Best. Here comes Konechny. Kirchmar defending. Nekoosa back in man-to-man. Konechny with the step-through move, and he's fouled on the shot. And that's a tough move to have in the repertoire. And they're gonna say it's on the floor. Foul on the floor. And I think they got Vega again. That'll be his second personal, and he'll check out of the game with those 2 fouls, 3 team fouls. And Gray Gersmel comes back in for the Papermakers. Nemitz to inbound. And he's got his big man shot up and good for Cole Hilgeman. Hilgeman's got 3. And we over and back call here. Over and back, another Nekoosa turnover. That'll be turnover number 5 of the night for the Papermakers. Jacoby will inbound it. Konechny will run point. Konechny kicks out to Jacoby. Pump fakes. Back outside. Becker wants the three. It's short. Jacoby on the rebound. Back outside to Becker. The step through move. Pump fake. Shot up and good from Cy Becker. 22 points for the Dons and a foul here as Kirchmar brings it up. I think they got Jacoby that time. 22-9 your score. Kirchmar brings it up, skips it outside, left wing three, up and good. Brett Best from downtown, his first points of the night, and Nekoosa cuts the deficit to 10 here. Konechny takes it across himself, and backdoor pass to Becker, and Becker takes a hard fall. Again, Konechny just slicing up this Papermaker defense right now. So that foul is going to go against Gray Gersmel. And Cy Becker will go to the free throw line. Up and good from Becker. Becker's got 3 points tonight. And shot up and good that time from Becker. Vega. Drives by, Kolar. Crosses back up, back to the right wing. Top of the key, open look. Kirchmar for three, too strong. Jacoby on the rebound. Jacoby into the corner for Konechny. Back outside to Jacoby. Open three. It's short. And rebound for Kolar. Pushing the other way, it's Kolar. Inside, tough shot. Charge call. As Cy Becker draws the charge, it goes against Anders Kolar. It'll be his first personal, team fifth. And Emmett Konechny inbounds it here and behind the defense here, and he's just going to pull it out. That's Matt Konechny. Back to the short corner. Back outside to Emmett Konechny. Becker in the corner for Jacoby. Jacoby steps through, some contact on the shot, a foul. They're going to call it on the floor, rather. And they got Brett Best with the foul. His first personal. Team 6, the Dons will be in the bonus the rest of the way here in the first half as Charlie Moore checks back in and he will inbound. A packed house tonight here from Assumption High School. Becker in the corner, coming out. See this Cranberry Classic tournament action. Dons and the Papermakers here tonight. Becker outside to Konechny, and Konechny called for the travel. Called for picking up the pivot foot there. I don't think Coach Konechny was very happy about that call. It was close. It was close. Referee calls travel. 24-12, your score here. Into the game now for Nekoosa is Jordan Posh, and a travel call against Nekoosa here. Turnover number 6 on the game for the Papermakers. And the backdoor again to Konechny. The Dons have been able to get that pretty much all game. They've been able to get right behind that Nekoosa press. Again, more than a few occasions, whether it's Konechny or Becker or whoever else, just able to kind of get behind that full court pressure from the Papermakers. And Becker wants the three here, and that's going to be an air ball too strong, out of bounds from Cy Becker. Papermakers here, the Dons with kind of a soft press here. Pass to the top of the key. Kirchmar wants the three, and he's got it. Matt Konechny didn't quite have his hand up on him, and Kirchmar said, I'm just going to take it. Knocks it down. 5 points for Kirchmar now. Konechny ahead to Becker. Emma Konechny drives baseline, steps through. Tough left-hand finish. Can't get it to go. 24-15, your score. Kirchmar outside. Skip pass to the short corner. Jumper up, too strong. Offensive rebound, though, and shot blocked by Kreklau. That's his second block of the game, and Kreklau and Gray Gersmal trip on each other a little bit there as Emmett Konechny goes back to the rim, and he'll go to the line for two. They get Gersmal on the foul, his second personal, team 7th. Konechny goes to the line for 2 free throws. Misses the first. And we've seen some missed free throws tonight. Again, that is something you tend to see first game or two of the season. Again, that's pretty uncharacteristic of Columbus to miss free throws. Usually a very good free throw shooting team, and Konechny misses both of them. But again, I think a lot of that comes down to it's impossible to be in game shape right off the bat, and there's Charlie Moore with a wide open three. And Moore with his 5th point of the game. And we got another foul on the floor here. Jordan Posh driving to the rim gets fouled. And I think they get Kreklau again. I think they did. That'd be Kreklau's second. So Kreklau now with 2 fouls. He'll come out of the game. And Kreklau, a high-energy player inside. He gives this Dons team a defensive presence inside and plays with a lot of energy and emotion out there. Top of the key here. That is Braden Lochner out there, and turnover for Nekoosa. But again, as I was saying, it's pretty much impossible to be in game shape by the time the first game comes around. You can simulate it. You can scrimmage in practice, everything of that sort. Becker's going to get called for the travel here. Or no, foul. We got a foul. Spoke too soon. It'll be on the floor, so it'll be 1-on-1 free throws. They're going to get Eric White Eagle on the foul. And he's confused. He didn't think he committed a foul there. As we know, you can't usually trust players' reactions to whether they actually fouled them or not. But nonetheless, there's going to be a foul called against Eric White Eagle. And going to the line here is Cy Becker for the Columbus Dons. And Becker misses a free throw as well. It's a tough free throw shooting night so far for Columbus. And there's going to be another Nekoosa turnover, 8 on the night. And that is something, if you turn the basketball over against a team like the Dons, it's going to be a long night. Where they can shoot the basketball and push the floor and move the ball offensively. There's going to be a travel. Travel called against Sam Dooms. That's the Dons' 4th turnover of the half. And full timeout for the Papermakers. We will step aside as well. Be back with more Cranberry Classic Boys basketball live from Assumption High School after this on Zaleski Sports.
I had an employee at once ask me to prioritize family, faith, and business. And I put them in that order in particular. For each one of our employees, it's family first. You do what is best for you and your family. Then the rest of it will take care of itself. It's about making sure you make the best decisions for you and your family.
Hi, I'm Malachi from Northside Computers and Cellular. We are currently offering a great savings of 2 phone lines for $50, and it includes unlimited talk, text, and data. Stop down at Northside Computers and Cellular, 907 South Central Avenue, Marshfield, to see how you can save on your internet, cable, and phone bills. We have the best providers under one roof.
2 phone lines, $50. Get mobile, internet, and television all under one roof. Northside Computer and Cellular of Marshfield.
Welcome back, everybody. It is 27-15. Columbus leads Nekoosa here in this first half, this Cranberry Classic tournament. Today and tomorrow, there's a steal for Dooms, and he's going to find his teammate for the layup. Alex Edwards for 2 on the assist from Sam Dooms. Alex Edwards, an excellent soccer player for the Columbus Dons. Right wing shot is up and good. Another 3. That's the second 3 of the night for Brett Best. He's got 6 points. And Nekoosa against that Columbus 2-3. Been able to hit some outside shots so far tonight. And they're going to get Charlie Moore on the travel here. 5 turnovers for the Dons. Braden Lochter going to inbound it, and Columbus, that full court pressure. Again, just a little bit of soft pressure, but Jacoby just about got a steal on it. And now Kirchmar knows his team's got numbers. Nice pass, and the score for Fran Vega. Back into the game with those 2 fouls on the assist from Nash Kirchmar. Here comes Konechny up to, for Edwards, and Edwards missed the lay-in, and that is nearly out of bounds. Konechny able to save it, though. Corner 3, Becker fakes it, drives inside. Kind of an out-of-control shot there from Becker, and no good. I think that's one where you're trying to draw a foul on the shot instead of trying to make it. And Jacoby to the rim here. Jacoby, exactly the same thing, looking for a foul instead of looking for the shot. And Edwards is there, luckily for the Dons, to finish it for 2. Alex Edwards for 2. But again, you saw from Jacoby that time, and Becker as well, trying to jump back into the defender to draw a foul rather than just going up and finishing the shot. I can imagine that's something that Coach Konechny will point out to his team as well as Charlie Moore. That's a strong drive. Charlie Moore to the rim. He's got 7 first-half points. Been pretty balanced here in the first half for the Dons. And that's typically what you see from this Columbus team, balanced scoring output, as that mid-range runner going to be missed by Kolar. Becker, pass to the corner, it's Edwards. Left wing, Konechny. Konechny drives inside and up strong with a shot for 2. Emmett Konechny, he's got 7 first-half points. Kolar the other way. Kolar, tough shot, but gets it to go over Becker. Tough shot there for Anders Kolar. He's got 5 points. Kirchmar falls to the floor. Here's a skip pass. Moore thought it was to him. It wasn't. Now he gets it back inside and misses the lay-in. Here come the Papermakers into the corner for Best. Lost the ball for a moment. Skip pass. And as Nekoosa tries to work against this 2-3 zone of the Dons, pass inside and mid-range shot up and good. And Nekoosa's been able to find quite a bit of room in that 2-3 zone, whether it's for 3 or inside. They've done a nice job scoring inside, but just haven't been able to keep up with this Dons offense, as Konechny's going to go to the line for a couple of free throws here on a hard foul from Anders Kolar, his second personal. That was Fran Vega with the mid-range shot for the Papermakers last possession. He's got 8 first-half points. And Konechny short on the free throw. And Coach Konechny is furious about these free throw problems that his Dons have been having here tonight. As it has been a lot of missed free throws. I'll glance at my book and get an exact number, and Konechny knocks that one down. Again, that is something that will frustrate a coach. When you miss the free ones, turn the basketball over, take bad shots. So 3 things that are going to frustrate him. And for the Dons, they've only one of those things have been a problem tonight, just free throw shooting. Hasn't been too crazy turnover-wise for them, and they've definitely not taken bad shots, taken excellent shots. Papermakers with the ball here. Kirchmar, left wing, 3, too strong, rebound for Edwards. Nemitz, the pass deflected. Jacoby with it, skips it over to Moore. Open 3, right wing, no good. Kirchmar the other way with it, guarded by Nemitz. Looks like Columbus. That's going to be deflected and stolen away. Turnover for Nekoosa once again, 9 on the night. Here comes Charlie Moore the other way, running point for the Dons. And the Dons got multiple guys that can come up, bring the basketball up, and handle the ball, as Edwards nearly sent that one out of bounds, but Jacoby able to grab it. Nemitz, top of the key, back to Jacoby, into the corner, it's Moore. Moore driving inside, back outside to Jacoby. A tough shot, knocked down by Blake Jacoby. Kind of a deep 3 with a hand in the face. He's got 12 first half points, 3 threes for Blake Jacoby. He's 3 for 5 from downtown, and that layup missed. But the offensive rebound missed as well on the shot. Can he get it back again? Yes, and a foul on the Dons. Gersmel just not giving up on the inside. A couple of misses, but gets his own rebound both times. And the foul will go against Cole Hilgman. His first personal, team 4th. And the Papermakers down by 15. To inbound here, Kirchmar finds Gersmel. Gersmel splits the double, but Nemitz is there trying to force a jump, and Jacoby comes up with it. Travel call against Blake Jacoby. And a good call there. Coach Konieczny happy with his defense that time, as they nearly force another turnover. Left wing and stepping into a 3, up and short. Offensive rebound, shot up, no good, but a foul. It was Posh on the 3. And the offensive rebound from Braden Lochner. Again, that's been, and the Dons have been on fire offensively, again, as we can expect them to be, I think, this season. But defensively, Nekoosa has found some gaps there in that defense, and they've got some offensive rebounds as well here tonight. So the Papermakers, a couple of positive signs there on that front, but the Dons, when you play Columbus, it's just, you try to defend them as best you can, but more than likely to beat them, you're going to have to score some points. Pass inside from Konieczny, and the score for Cole Hilgman. Hilgman's got 4. Another assist for Emmett Konieczny. Stolen away here. Nekoosa with another turnover. Nemitz, the nice pass to Jacoby. The wraparound pass with the left to right around Kirchmar. And Jacoby with a couple of more points. He's got 15. And we're going to have a jump ball here. Possession arrow stays with Nekoosa. They avoid their 11th turnover of the half, as Columbus is looking like they're going to be on pace for 90 points tonight, which the Dons can make that look easy sometimes. It is not easy to score 90 points or 43 points in a half in high school basketball. It is not something that is easy to do by any means. Konieczny drives inside the step-through move. Tough finish, but just misses it short. Konieczny was looking for a foul, doesn't get it. And kind of an errant pass there. Best just picks it up and launches the 3. No good. And a battle for the ball here. Columbus comes up with it. That's Nemitz on the rebound. Jacoby called for the carry. Debbie carried that just before, and Jacoby doesn't like the call, but I think it was a good call. At least from this angle. Did look like he carried it that time. 7 turnovers for the Dons. And that pass Posh just wasn't ready for it looked like, and he's able to take it back, and he'll get called for the travel as he falls to the floor with the basketball. It's kind of a wild sequence there as Nekoosa turns it over. And then kind of a battle for the ball. Columbus comes up with it. Nemitz to inbound, finds Konechny. Open 3, right wing, no good. Nemitz on the rebound, though. Konechny, the pump fake, drives inside, kicks to the corner. Nemitz for 3, short. Rebound again. Konechny outside. Jacoby another 3. He's been hot tonight, in and out. And now the Papermakers come up with it. A whistle and a foul. See who they get here. It'll be on the Dons. They're going to get Blake Jacoby with the foul. And that's one where I think Jacoby missed the 3, and he's upset with himself that he just barely missed it, so he kind of tried to go get the ball instantly. Kind of a frustration foul there, and picks up his second personal. And at the free throw line here is Brett Best with 6.9 seconds remaining here in the first half. Brett Best knocks down the free throw. He's got 7 points tonight. And knocks down the second. Best with 8 points, 3 seconds on the clock. Jacoby trying to 3 at the buzzer, no good, and that is going to do it for this first half of action between the Columbus Dons and the Nekoosa Papermakers. The Dons lead at 43-27 at half. We'll take a quick break. Be back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
Need furniture? Come to Mall Furniture in Marshfield and get it now. We have what you want in stock. Do you need a new 2-sided Wisconsin-built mattress set or adjustable bed? We have them in stock. Power lift chairs, rocker or wall recliner. How about a glider rocker or swivel rocker? We have them. Sofas, sectionals and sleepers, reclining and stationary, leather and cloth. Choose from Marshfield Furniture, Lazy Boy, and Best Home Furnishing. See our expanded Wolfcraft maple and oak, made in Marshfield Furniture. Bring your truck or trailer and take it with you, or have it delivered for a small fee.
Good day, my name is Ken Hyman and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Pizza Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Freer, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Cafflatiri, Caffla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.
Snow piles up quickly. Remove it just as quickly with Kubota subcompact and compact tractors. Our #1 selling tractors are built to take on winter with front and rear mount snow blowers, blades, and rotary sweepers. Get select Kubota subcompact or compact tractors for 0 down, 0% APR for up to 60 months and save $1,000. See your local Kubota dealer today.
Your local Kubota dealer is Chili Implement, located 1 mile north of Highway 10 in Chili.
I really got to understand what a nurse is. Do they focus on you? You know, do they make sure that you're comfortable? And you know, that's what Shai has. It's the connection that he has. You know, my best interest in mind always.
Why wait another day? Let's take the next step together towards a better life.
You're tuned in to Better Halves. Mike, what are you looking for?
Skip, I'm not getting older. I'm getting better. I still got big plans for my life and my Medicare.
I know exactly what you want from Medicare. Same as all the other guys. Me!
Hey, Mike, I'm Sheila from Security, and I'm just like you. In fact, I'm from your neighborhood, and I've got a Medicare plan that treats you like you.
Did it just get better in here?
Why work for Staub Construction?
Everybody around you is just family.
Everybody seems to bond together and get along good, and
they, I believe, truly care about their employees.
Staub has a great benefits package.
Staub is an employee-owned company that puts a large emphasis on work-life balance.
And everybody wants to see everybody succeed.
It's a good place to work.
Join the team at Staub Construction. Apply now at staubco.com.
Little Sprouts Learning Garden with 2 convenient central Wisconsin locations. Here's Brooke Sievers to tell us about it.
Little Sprouts has been around for almost 7 years here in Auburndale. In Rudolph, we've been open for about 2.5. We serve here in Auburndale, we have 6 weeks old up until 12-year-olds. And then in Rudolph, we have 1-year-olds up until 12-year-olds. The biggest thing that we do with them is we have play-based learning so that they learn through play with each other. And social skills are a huge part of what we do with them.
Find Little Sprouts Learning Garden on Facebook today.
Culligan Water delivers. From your first call, to your first sip, to your first soak. Culligan, give us a tap. The only water that comes with a van.
Wondering what to feed your team after work, the game, or this weekend? Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids has tasty, char-broiled burgers for any hungry appetite. From the classic hamburger to the famous Chips Champ and everything in between, check out our daily specials. Stop inside to enjoy your meal with comfortable seating. See our complete menu of burgers, hot ham and cheese, hot beef, chicken and fish, fries, rings, curds, and ice cream served year-round. In a hurry? Same great menu in the drive-thru. Chips Hamburgers in Marshfield and Wisconsin Rapids.
Hey everybody, it's Nat over at Wheeler Chevrolet GMC, and November is Red Tag Sales Event, which means an extra $500 savings on select models, Equinox, Blazers, and Silverados. Stop on in and talk to a sales consultant today.
Bauer & Feind has been based in Marshfield since 1955. And if you're in business that long, you're obviously doing many things right. We always focus on selling world-class products, backing it up with world-class customer support.
Working with Bauer & Feind Business Technologies has been a pleasure. We have staff on call that we can call if we ever have issues, and the printer usability has been really easy, user-friendly.
Give us a call, visit our website. We'd be happy to come in, talk to you. Maybe there's a way we can help you save some money and work more efficiently.
Central Wisconsin Glass is Central Wisconsin's choice for your next new or remodeled shower and bathroom. The experts at Central Wisconsin Glass will effortlessly guide you through the design and installation process. Have the elegant and modern shower and bathroom you've been looking for. Call Central Wisconsin Glass at 715-387-8010. That's 715-387-8010. And Central Wisconsin Glass on Facebook for your residential, commercial, and vehicle glass needs.
Let your job journey begin at Express Employment Professionals. Find hundreds of employers looking for a candidate like you, all in one place at one time. And let Express Employment help connect you with your future career. With locations in Stevens Point, Wausau, Marshfield, and Medford, you'll find local jobs right in your community, including direct hire and evaluation to hire opportunities. Express Employment specializes in light industrial, skilled trades, professional, and office careers. Begin your job journey today with Express Employment Professionals at expresspros.com.
Witness the difference of a Catholic education at Columbus Catholic Schools.
I think everyone should just know what makes this place special
come and see. That's just what the Lord always said, and put your toe in the water. There are great schools, and it's a good fit. I'd always want them to come and to just to feel the goodness and the family atmosphere.
I invite everyone just to come in and see what it's about and to see if it might be right for them and their family.
We invite you to schedule a tour today.
Put the camera down on him. Oh. All right, welcome back, everybody. You got a live look at the boss man himself, Jason Zaleski, down there. Just stopping in to enjoy some basketball here tonight. I think Steve Maves is in the crowd somewhere as well. He was calling the girls' games earlier today. The boss man himself, Jason Zaleski, down there enjoying some Cranberry Classic basketball action, and as we get a live look at his kicks today. I don't know what brand, maybe those are some Adidas there, it looked like, some pink Adidas there, and he brings it. He brings the shoe game into the gym. Puts these players to shame with some of those, some of the kicks. Just about set to get the second half underway here between Columbus Catholic and Nekoosa. Quick chance to hear from our friends or let you know that every Columbus Catholic free throw trip is brought to you by Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel, the Serve Pro Jamie Wenzel free throw line. Call Jamie Wenzel at Serve Pro for the #1 choice in cleanup and restoration. Serve Pro like it never even happened. Columbus's ball coming out of halftime, as they lead it 43-27 here in this one. Konechny brings it up here for the Dons. Looks like the Papermakers going outright man-to-man here. Jacoby gets by. Swing pass here to Moore. He had Konechny, but finds him now. Konechny drives inside, out to Moore. Open three, pump fakes it, drives inside. Little mid-range jumper up and good from Charlie Moore. And that is just a smooth possession there from the Dons. And the Papermakers trying to get it over here, and that's going to be a pass going out of bounds. Turnover for the Papermakers. That is their 12th of the night. Konechny bringing it up. Hands off to Jacoby. Konechny probing here, poked out of bounds. Possession stays with the Dons as Eric White Eagle knocked that one out. And Konechny will inbound here. Jacoby brings it up. Guarded by Kirchmar. Outside to Moore. Open three for Becker, and Becker knocks down the open corner three. Cy Becker from downtown. He has got 7 here tonight. Kolar, mid-range jumper, no good. Comes Konechny the other way. Moore thought about the three, drives inside, back out to Konechny. From downtown, Emmett Konechny. He's got 11 points here tonight as the Dons go up 51-27 here. They start off this second half on an 8-0 run. And they lead it by 24 now. And this Dons offense is just so difficult to deal with, no matter what defense you want to play on them. You want to go man-to-man. It's all. I mean, it's probably a bad idea to play zone against a team like Columbus as well as they can shoot and as well as they see the floor and can move the basketball. But playing man-to-man is equally as difficult. Just about as difficult as Nash Kirchmar misses the jumper that time. Pass inside, a great pass from Konechny, and what a finish by Cy Becker. The up and under reverse layup for Cy Becker. A tough shot on another assist for Emmett Konechny. And now Konechny with a steal. Down the other way, breakaway lay-in, up and good for Konechny, and the Dons are running away with it here in the second half. They are on a 12-0 run in the first 2:20 of the second half. Timeout, Nekoosa. We'll take a break. Be back with more Cranberry Classic basketball after this on Zaleski Sports.
For over 50 years, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield has served the area with the talent and expertise of big city dentistry with a hometown feel. With our multi-specialty staff and board-certified periodontist, orthodontist, and pediatric dentist, Dental Clinic of Marshfield has solutions for our patients of all ages from 1 to 100. We take pride in being in-network with an array of insurance companies to meet the needs of our community and our patients. No matter what your dental need, the Dental Clinic of Marshfield will be there for you.
It also helps to have a good secretary at church. I have a great secretary at church that basically gets everything ready for me. So I just told her I need some cash.
Well, you weren't the president of the church anymore.
I still hold the board seat.
Welcome back, everybody. It is 55-27. Columbus leads Nekoosa here. The first game of the boys' side of this Cranberry Classic tournament from Assumption High School. Mutual of Wausau Insurance, protecting homes, farms, and businesses since 1875. Visit mutualofwausau.com to find an agent near you. And the Viaduct Bar and Grill of Marshfield serves juicy half-pound burgers daily. The Viaduct Bar and Grill is also home to cold drinks and Fish Fry Friday. The Viaduct Bar and Grill on Marshfield's fabulous northwest side. Can the Papermakers get it in? They do. Skip pass over to Best here. Quick touch pass back to Kirchmar. Kirchmar to Kolar in the corner. High post. Pass inside, going out of bounds. Getting a good idea there from Fran Vega, but the pass just a little low. And a turnover for the Papermakers. They've got 13. They're still trying this full court pressure, and the Dons have had absolutely no problem with it all game. And actually, we've seen a lot of that here tonight. Blake Jacoby with the pass inside to Lucas Kreklau. And Kreklau on a Don's team is Kolar in the corner with it there. Finish that thought in a moment. Inside the pass. Nice pass from Best. And the score. The score by Fran Vega. He's got 10. Pass outside to Jacoby. Konechny in the corner with it. Back to Jacoby in the corner. And the Dons not going to be in any hurry here. They've got no need to force any shots up as Konechny tried to fit that pass into Kreklau, but just tossed it out of bounds. 8th turnover for Columbus here tonight. And the Papermakers, well, Vega may have had an opportunity to score there. Passed it up. Going to kick it out to Kirchmar here for 3. Short, no good. Offensive rebound, though. And we got a foul. Eric White Eagle with the ball. He was fouled by Kreklau, looks like.
Third personal. 17.
The Kreklau's third personal foul. Second team, he'll check out of the game. And Kreklau can get into foul trouble sometimes for this Columbus team. He's really that guy. So I was trying to get in. I was about to get into earlier, but Kreklau is really the guy on this team, on a Don's team that's got a lot of outside players, a lot of ball handlers, wings, guards that can shoot the 3, push the ball up the floor. And not a lot of size on this Don's team. Kreklau is really that kind of just enforcer on the inside. That's kind of the role he plays and needs to play on this Don's team. He'll guard whoever the best big man is on the opposing team. Really does the dirty work inside. Gets the rebounds, the putbacks. And again, defends best big man the other team would have to offer. And speaking of best big man, we've got a coach in attendance here today. The Pacelli Cardinals head coach John Shirk in attendance of this game. Pacelli and Columbus both with, I think, similar expectations this year. Both teams, I think, with realistic state aspirations here this year. They're going to play this season. We'll have that live on Zaleski Sports. Two teams will be covering every single game they play this year, the Columbus Dons and the Pacelli Cardinals. And talking about Lucas Kreklo, I mean, this is pretty late into the season that these teams will play, but a few games into the season. But talking about Kreklo, that'll be a matchup. He'll have Jaden Awe, the top big man in the state, in the area at the very least. So those are the matchups that it's going to be interesting to watch with this Columbus team here this year, because with teams that they match up well size with, they're probably going to get wins, because the Dons are just so well coached and they move the ball so well offensively. They shoot the ball so well. They take care of the basketball. They hit free throws normally, not tonight, but they hit free throws normally as Nemitz hits the jump shot that time. But they run up against a team that doesn't have a huge size advantage on them. They're probably the favorites in most games they play. It's how good they are. The question is, and the thing to watch then this year, is when they play teams that have a guy who's 6'5", 6'6", a stud big man inside, how does that look? And again, last year, as Konechny's going to get called for a charge here. Yep, just a little bit too forceful there. But that's what's going to be interesting to see with this team, because they don't have a lot of size, but they play as fundamentally sound a basketball as you'll see from any team. And they just can shoot the lights out on you. They move the ball, and the one bugaboo for them, or the one thing to look at, is size. Now they do have Cole Hilgeman in there. It's like the tallest guy on the team. I don't have heights, my roster here, but Hilgeman looks like he might be a good 6'3", 6'4", perhaps. So he's got some size, as Best hits that three. Brett Best has got 11 points here tonight. He is 3 for 5 from the three-point line, as Blake Jacoby with a little pass fake and score for the Dons that time. Jacoby has 16 points tonight, leads all scorers, gets a steal there, pushes ahead. It's Konechny all the way to the rim with the right-hand finish for Emmett Konechny. Again, that's talking about just kind of previewing Columbus' season this year, as, again, it's, I think, undoubtedly going to be, as most years are for the Dons, a very good season at the very least, especially with so many talented seniors this year. That's going to be a foul. Foul called against Braden Lochner, his first personal. But that's kind of been the story for this Dons team for a few years, or for many years, is excellent team, always, but usually doesn't have a ton of size. But again, usually they have a lot of postseason success, state appearances, and usually in sectionals, which is no small feat either. And that's going to be a turnover there for Jacoby. 10 turnovers for the Dons now. And again, this is just the first game of the season for the Dons this year, as, again, we've seen them struggle a little bit from the free throw line, which, again, I think you really tend to see that in the first game of the year when your legs quite aren't what you want them to be, what they'll be around midseason. You're not quite in the shape that you think you'll be in to start the year. And that one's going to be stolen away by Nemitz on the breakaway the other way, and that should be a block. Yes, that's the right call. Nathan Nemitz with the and one, as that time Braden Lochner was clearly leaning And it's an and one for Nathan Nemitz. He's got 6 here tonight. Oh, I think we've got more Pacelli Cardinals in the house here. That's Logan Mayer there, a Pacelli Cardinals basketball player. Actually, he's injured. He's got a hurt right hand, I hear, and that's actually the senior basketball player for the Pacelli Cardinals girls team, Casey Vaughn, as well. So we got a lot of WIAA players, coaches in attendance, media members. We've got Jason Zaleski, Steve Maves in attendance. Well, Steve was calling the games earlier today, but Jason's here, Steve Maves here. It's a big event here, the Cranberry Classic. A great turnout. We got a lot of people here.
First personal, team 6.
67-32. Columbus leads it here as they have really just controlled this one right from the start. So again, we got some Pacelli Cardinals here, and like I said, they will play this year. Not in the postseason. However you want to look at that, whether which team lucked out of who, but Columbus was moved to a different sectional this year, so they will not play Pacelli in the postseason, which may be bad for the viewer because that's a great matchup. That would be a privilege to see in the postseason, and I think if Columbus and Pacelli were in the same sectional, I think that would be almost an assured matchup in the postseason this year. But Columbus got moved to a different sectional, and Pacelli stays in the same one, and Pacelli likely the favorite to come out of their sectional, and potentially the same with Columbus here this year. Again, both teams will have live on Zaleski Sports all year long. Every single game live on Zaleski Sports for the Pacelli Cardinals and the Columbus Dons. Jordan Posh hits the free throw that time. Posh knocks down another one. 2 points for Posh here tonight. Pass ahead here, and the Dons getting a little careless with it there. Layup up and a foul. As going to the line here will be Eric White Eagle.
Second personal.
And again, sometimes you see that. You're up by 30 points, start to get a little bit loose with the basketball, a little bit sloppy. And now coaches will still never be happy with that. They'll never be okay with, oh, we're up by a lot of points, so we're going to start playing sloppy basketball. That you'll never hear a coach say that. They'll still be upset about it. But that is typically what you see. I think human nature just kind of sets in there. You're up by so many points, and you just get a little bit lackadaisical, careless with the basketball a little bit there when you feel like you kind of got this in the bag, which Columbus definitely should feel that they do here. That three is going to be off the mark. Out of bounds. Possession will stay with Nekoosa, though. And as we kind of have a chance here the second half of this ball to kind of preview a little bit of this 2023-2024 WIAA basketball season. Again, specifically Columbus Dons here. We've got Assumption here today. Assumption we're going to see next up. It'll be Port Edwards and Assumption is our next game up as Fran Vega scores that one. But we'll have Port Edwards and the Assumption Royals, our next game on Zaleski Sports right here tonight. So be sure to stay tuned for more Cranberry Classic basketball here tonight between the Assumption Royals and Port Edwards Blackhawks. The Blackhawks losing their top player from a season ago, Nathan Gibbs, was a over 20-point per game scorer for them for about 3 years from his sophomore year on. So we'll see what that Port Edwards team looks like. And then Assumption with a team with a lot of young players but talented players. You know, guys maybe we, name-wise, maybe not super familiar with, but a lot of young, I think, athletes on that Assumption team. So Assumption is going to be an interesting team, boys basketball-wise, to see this year, just how they look. And they've got some athletes, but it's going to be a young team, relatively inexperienced team, and we'll get a chance to see them here, their first game coming up next as soon as this one finishes. An Assumption, I believe, in the same sectional as Pacelli. I have to double check that, but I believe Assumption in the same sectional Aspicelli. We're going to have a timeout on the floor. We will take a quick timeout. Be back right after this on Zaleski Sports.
The Sports Den, located on Marshfield's sunny south side since 1975. The Sports Den has the area's best selection of outdoor equipment. Find top brands of snowshoes, cross-country and downhill skis, snowboards, swimming equipment, skateboards, and more. The Sports Den has a full-service bike repair center along with top bike brands, Specialized, Trek, and others. The Sports Den is Central Wisconsin's Fat Bike headquarters. Visit the Sports Den in Marshfield Monday through Saturday and thesportsden.net.
Hello, I'm Jenny Shaner, Realtor, Next Home Hub City. If you're a first-time home buyer or seller, or you've been around the block, because of my experience, I'm able to help you in the most efficient way. I'm a full-time, full-service realtor. I focus on my clients 100%. Let's work together as a team for a win in your next real estate transaction.
Welcome back, everybody. 70-38. Columbus. I was about to say Assumption because it says Royals on the scoreboard, but it is not Assumption. It is the Columbus Dons leading the Nekoosa Papermakers. 70-38 here in this one. The Dons off to a hot start here, their first game of the season. And again, to talk a little bit about Nekoosa here, you look at the score and you say, well, what do you make of this game? I think, again, it says more about Columbus than it does about Nekoosa. For Nekoosa, this is going to be one of the best teams they play all season long. So I don't think Nekoosa clearly has got some talent. Kirchmar can hit threes. Best has hit 3 threes tonight. A couple of inside players, Kolar and Vega, that can play. So, again, I don't think Nekoosa's in for some kind of a terrible year here based off this game. They've done some good things. It's just they've turned the ball over too much here tonight. And it's just so tough to defend that Don's offense. And I can speak with experience to that. Defending that Don offense is a conditioning drill in itself. Running up and down the floor with this Don's team under head coach Joe Konieczny. It is not a fun team to defend. And I think in a lot of ways, we talk about their lack of size, but I think a lot of ways their play style is in a lot of ways more difficult to defend. It wears down a defense a little bit more when you play that fast and you move the ball that quickly. Quick decisions, driving to the basket, taking shots, moving the ball well, moving the ball quickly up and down the floor. That just tires the defense out so much, as that shot going to be up and good from Nemitz. Once again, a 3 from Nathan Nemitz. Because again, when you go up against teams with a big guy, a lot of times they like to slow the pace a little bit. They like to slow it down, get it into their big guy, and play in the half court. And that's difficult to defend, but it's not necessarily going to completely tire you out all game. You're not having to sprint up and down the court constantly the entire game, and that's really what you got to do with Columbus. It's a tough team to play against, and I think you're going to see that all season long. And this year, again, last year they were 16-8, 16-9 last year. I think with the seniors coming back, you're in for an even better year from the Dons here this year. If they feel like a 20-win team this year, to me. And I think to a lot of people, a lot of us here at Zaleski Sports, a lot of people out there, but to me they just feel like a 20-win basketball team here this year, which is very difficult to do in itself. But we will see. That's why we play the games, as scoring that time is Gray Gersmel. Nemitz on the pass, fouled on the pass. They're going to get Kolar on the foul that time. Not quite to running clock level yet, I guess. I forget if it's 35 or 40 in basketball. Sometimes it's easy to get that mixed up with football. Football, probably 30, 35 points. Of course, sometimes you just have teams agree, or whoever's running the clock just kind of does it and the referees don't notice. That has happened in football games before. And that one's going to go out of bounds off of Nekoosa. Columbus keeps possession. Columbus with No starters left out on the basketball court. Out there for the first time tonight is Cal Burkhauser. He's out onto the court. Cole Hilgeman's out there. Alex Edwards, Matt Konieczny, and Nathan Nemitz. And that one was just launched over the head of Edwards that time from Hilgeman. And the Dons turned it over. Back comes Nekoosa here. And while we have the chance here with this game being all but over, let's take a second to preview Columbus's schedule here this year. We talked a little bit about one matchup they've got this year, the Pacelli Cardinals. They will play. Again, that's one I think everybody, if you're a Columbus fan, a Pacelli fan, or really if you're just a high school sports fan, if you're just a sports fan in general and follow the WIAA sports, that is a game to circle, Columbus and Pacelli. They will play January 22nd, so still a couple of months till that matchup. It'll be a late season matchup at Pacelli. But you look at this Columbus schedule, they're going to play, it'll likely be Assumption it'll be Assumption or Port Edwards tomorrow. Again, it depends on who wins tonight. With Columbus winning this game, they will play the winner of Assumption and Port Edwards. And again, Assumption, Port Edwards coming up right after this. Again, both teams that we don't know a lot about coming into this season. A lot of new faces with both Port Edwards and Assumption. So we'll see what happens in that game, but Columbus will play the winner of the game tonight tomorrow. That'll be their second game of the season. Then they'll go at McDonald Central on Thursday. I'll be there on the call for that one. I have the pleasure of calling all Columbus Dons games this year. And it should be a wild ride here this season for these Columbus Dons. Again, they're going to be at a tough McDonald Central team that is really, in any sport you look at, McDonald Central pretty consistently at the state tournament in a lot of sports. So that'll be at McDonald Central. Then they're going to be at Auburndale on December 4th, their fourth game of the season. Shot's going to be up, no good, foul though. And that's another game to circle, Auburndale. Always a basketball program with high expectations. Again, very similar to Columbus when you start talking about programs with that kind of reputation of being just basketball powerhouses. And Auburndale coming off a year where they were a game away from the state tournament. So Columbus, those are two road games that, two games I've pointed out already that are going to be a couple of the toughest games, a couple of the biggest games to keep an eye on in this Columbus Don schedule. Auburndale and Pacelli, both those games are on the road. Both those games on the road. You're going to play Auburndale very soon here, December 4th. Again, continuing to look at their schedule. Brookfield Academy, they'll host at home. They'll play Colby, who won the conference last season. They've got Regis on the schedule this year. Again, Pacelli. So not an easy out-of-conference schedule. And again, that's usually what you see Columbus do, schedule a pretty tough out-of-conference schedule. And it's usually the right choice. Pacelli's done the same thing here this year, as that's going to be an and one for Jordan Posh. But a tough out-of-conference schedule is very important when you're not in a conference that is always the most competitive. Last year, the Clover Belt had Colby and Columbus at the top of the conference. It was more competitive last year than I think in most years. And similarly with Pacelli in that Central Wisconsin South, Pacelli. Port Edwards also in the Central Wisconsin South, but Pacelli, the team that likely is going to take care of that conference pretty easily there. Almond Bancroft's going to give them maybe some tests when they play them, but when you're a team like Pacelli or Columbus and some teams in your conference maybe aren't quite as good as you, it's really important to play tough out-of-conference schedules if you want to have postseason success, because no matter how good you are as a team, no matter how talented you are, if you haven't played against incredibly high-level competition like the teams you're going to face when you get to sectionals or even in regional finals, depending on what your regional looks like, in sectionals and especially in state if you're lucky enough to get there, if you haven't played teams like that throughout the season, it makes it very tough, to say the least, to play with those teams when you get to that level. No matter how good you are, it is tough to do. It's just it can be a different speed to the game when you play against really top-notch teams. It's just a totally different atmosphere. So Very important for the Dons to have some of those tough out-of-conference games at Auburndale, at Pacelli, McDonald Central, Brookfield Academy. And those are going to be kind of the measuring stick games. That's kind of how you can categorize those. You measure yourself up against the other best teams in the area and the teams that you may see in the postseason. Measure yourself up against them and see where you stack up. Again, I have a feeling, and that's going to be a steal from Best. Takes it to the rim, breakaway layup, up and good from Brett Best. But again, I have an inkling that Columbus going to fare pretty well. I'm not going to predict a score for you against some of those top teams, but they're a team that fares pretty well even against the top competition. Kirchmar brings it up here. Kirchmar inside, tough shot up there, and it's good. It's good from Nash Kirchmar. Edwards, top of the key, skips it over. Now into the corner. Doom drives baseline. Skip over here to Edwards. The Don's going to be content maybe to take a little bit of time off the clock, but going to go for a score here and fouled at the rim. Going to the line here for the Dons will be Caleb Hilgman. A couple of Hilgmans on the Dons roster this year. Caleb and Cole. Caleb on the free throw, misses it. And I can tell you, something that Coach Konechny will likely have his team working on quite a bit their next practice is going to be free throw shooting, as that has been really the one struggle tonight for the Dons, as Caleb Hilgman goes 1 for 2 from the line. Another timeout on the floor. We will keep it here and hear from our friends at Spectrum Benefit. Spectrum Benefit Solutions, with offices located throughout central Wisconsin. Spectrum Benefit Solutions is your group benefits provider for health, dental, accident, and life insurance. Spectrum Benefit Solutions works with businesses of any size to help you attract and retain the best employees. Find Spectrum Benefit Solutions on Facebook to get started. And Culligan Water, get Culligan Water for only $9.95 a month for the first 3 months. Visit Sterling Culligan Water at culliganh2o.com. And an SCS apartment or home is where you want to live, work, and play all throughout central Wisconsin, the Chippewa Valley, and the Fox Valley. No matter where you live, look to SC Swiderski to make you feel right at home. Again, also, I mentioned earlier that we got some Pacelli Cardinals in attendance. Coach John Shirka, a couple of Pacelli Cardinal basketball players, girls and boys, Casey Vaughn and Logan Mayer, but also the second leading scorer for the Pacelli Cardinals last year, Coach John Shirk's son over there, Camden Shirk. They're watching the game. Camden, a very athletic basketball player. Really moves around the court well. Again, Logan Mayer, another starter on that team. Both those guys. Mayer, more of a ball-handling, scoring type guy. Again, Mayer, the tallest player, but man, he can really handle the basketball and hit mid-range jump shots, hit three-point jump shots. And the Pacelli team has really got a deep roster this year. And, you know, I had the pleasure of interviewing Coach Shirk for our Coach on a Couch series last week at Pacelli High School. And that'll be on Facebook, YouTube within the week, I'm sure, on the Zaleski Sports pages. But, you know, Coach Shirk just talking about, you know, I was talking about with him and just how deep this team feels like they have this year. Got a couple of seniors in Mayer, Asher Jordan, good shooter they'll have this year. And that junior class, really that loaded class for the Pacelli Cardinals. And Jaden Awe, the player of the year in the Central Wisconsin South Conference, as a sophomore last year. Camden Shirk, both those guys 17-point-per-game scorers. And some more juniors as well that Coach Shirk made me aware of are going to have a pretty big impact on the Pacelli season this year. And those are some teams to watch throughout this season. And those teams all play each other. Again, we talk about Columbus, Pacelli, Auburndale. Those are three teams that you can expect to have a few of the, three really the current, I think, basketball. Pacelli, not necessarily with as rich of a basketball history the last 10, 20 years as Columbus or Auburndale, but these years, this group of guys they've got as much talent as anybody over there in Pacelli. And Columbus going to be right there with anybody in the area, potentially in the state, in their division. And that's why it's fun to see. Again, there's a lot of predictions thrown out, especially when it comes to high school basketball. You get a lot of predictions thrown out there. It's very popular, probably the most popular sport, high school sport in the state of Wisconsin, high school basketball, and get a lot of predictions out there, get a lot of people saying things and predicting this, predicting that. But the great thing is you're able to lace up the shoes, get out on the hardwood, and actually play the games and find out who the best teams really are. And sometimes it can surprise you. There's always teams that come out and you didn't know of some of the juniors from the previous year that are now seniors that are going to get playing time that are actually pretty talented, but maybe didn't play a lot the year before. They had seniors ahead of them there, and then just kind of find a groove and get a rhythm going and are able to play well. So you really don't know what can happen. But coming into this year, the Dons definitely a team that is high of expectations as anybody. They're going to drop back into a 2-3 zone here. And they've been playing that 2-3 most of this game. We'll see how much Coach Konechny sticks with that. Again, I think you'll see them in that 2-3 maybe quite a bit against teams with size. Pacelli probably one of those teams you might see Columbus come out and run that 2-3 against, just for the simple fact that you don't have a guy with the height to defend a 6'5", 6'6" guy. And Pacelli specifically, it's Jaden Noway, but there's other teams with some size like that. So that's where I think you'll see Columbus really run that 2-3 zone a lot. I wouldn't be shocked to see them go man-to-man a little bit more against teams that don't have an obvious height advantage, just because they can match up pretty well then man-to-man. Got good enough athletes out there to do it, and that's going to be a travel out there on the court as we are under 2 minutes here. 81-50 your score. The Dons have taken care of business here, their first game of the season. And it was a team effort here tonight for the Dons. Look at that quick scoring breakdown. Emmett Konechny, he had 15 points tonight for the Dons. It was Blake Jacoby leading the way. He had 16 points, just one ahead of Konechny, but 16 for Jacoby, 15 for Konechny. You had Nathan Nemitz, who got you about 9 points here tonight. Charlie Moore had a couple of threes out there. A couple of mid-range jumpers, 9 points for him. Cy Becker with 9 points. And it was a balanced night here tonight for these Columbus Dons. The Dons look like they might not quite get to 90, but 83 points is quite the night nonetheless. And that's going to be the tough thing for teams trying to stop this Columbus offense. It's an offense that, outside of maybe a playoff game here or there or a really tough opponent here or there, out of the 25-ish games you'll play in a season, maybe 2 or 3 of them, defense really slows down this Columbus offense. It is an offense that has been one of the tops in the state for years. And again, that's just a credit to Coach Konechny for this Dons team. He's been the coach of this program for many years now. And this team always fundamentally sound. Always defends pretty well. Always seems to shoot the ball incredibly well. And again, that's just a tribute to the program that Coach Konechny has kind of built here. And get a chance to see what the Dons have in store this year. 40 seconds here as they're going to... And Jason Jason's letting me know here that the shoes he has on are Damian Lillard's. They are Dame some number, I'm sure. Dame 789, 13,000th. I don't know how many shoes Damian Lillard's got. So he's representing the new Milwaukee Buck there with his shoes. Those pink shoes there, those pink Damian Lillard's. Pretty clean looking, pretty nice looking there. Some Damian Lillards, and I'm sure there's some other Lillards out there on the court. Pretty popular shoe, I think, especially now that he's playing for the professional basketball team that's in the state of Wisconsin. You're probably going to see quite a few basketball players wearing some Damian Lillard shoes. Maybe not pink ones, though. Maybe not pink ones. A lot of times you got rules. Coaches put in rules where you don't want to be wearing, we're a blue school, we don't want to be wearing pink shoes. I understand that. It's a little off-putting, a little odd when you see that, but Jason's pulling it off with the pink shoes here tonight, and that is going to do it for this one. The Columbus Dons take down the Nekoosa Papermakers 87-50. The Dons improve to 1-0 on the season. The Papermakers drop to 1-1. And don't forget that coming up after this game will be Assumption and Port Edwards. But first, we're going to have your post-game show coming up next. It's your Nasonville Dairy post-game show. Nasonville Dairy, fresh cheese curds made daily. Go to NasonvilleDairy.com. We're going to take a break. Be back with your post-game show after this on Zaleski Sports.
We know how a bank should be at Partners Bank. Banking should be easier, treating our customers as valued and important. Services should be better with online and mobile banking and locations close to where you live and work. Loans should be quicker, and we make all decisions locally with years of experience helping people with their financing needs. Partners Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Partners Bank, better together.
Good day. My name is Ken Hyman, and welcome to Nasonville Dairy here in central Wisconsin, Marshfield, Wisconsin, as a matter of fact. We make a lot of different cheeses. We make cheddar, Colby, Monterey, Farmer's Cheese, Peach Cheese, Quesa Blanca, Quesa de Fear, Seco, Parm, Romano, Asiago, Fontina, Feta Caseri, Caflateri, Cafla Graviera, 20 different flavors of Monterey, as well as making Edam, Gouda, and Munster. And the cheese be with you.